Hello friends, welcome to BSP Solutions. My name is Basant, and in today's video we are going to learn how we can define request object and expression for policies, and as well as we will talk about the custom validation and especially for the subscription also. Okay, so let's start. So in a request object, when we build an expression, you know that we have objects, and in objects you can see that we have node, request, lookup sets, boolean, integer, and so on. We have various things. Okay, so what are request object? In object we have request, and under request we have various types of options to we can use it. Okay, so information about the request, current request can be accessed in an expression for custom validation, policy filter, or subscription filter. You know that we can build expression in custom validation, policy filter. We can and also in subscription filter. So this allows for different behavior based on the characteristics of a particular request. The following request attribute are available. So these types of attribute basically are available, and like title, description, owner, status, stage, type is null. You can use these types of. Okay, and the business benefit is in some cases validation policies or subscription need to behave differently for some requests versus other requests. Example include custom validation based on the type of request or approval policies based on who submitted a request. So basically they are trying to say that suppose I made a request. Okay, and someone who has made a request, I want that except this person, I want all of the people who are sending the request should get approval before like submitting, before the particular adding. Suppose I add an entity into a hierarchy, and I want that other than any person of this person, I want any of the person should get approval before submitting the request. So this is how we can give various types of expression and do the policies, set the policies. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's go to our application and do the practical of it. Okay, so this is one user, that is user one, and he will make a request. And in our application, this is a custom application which we are going to use in this case. So let me just open the view for it. Okay, so this is a custom application, and let's go to entity dimension, and you can see the hierarchy of entities here. So suppose let's uh, let's say you can see here we have a hierarchy. Suppose we have the parent node. Okay, we have the parent node, that is 100, and it have for the children to it, it already have 101 and so on. So suppose I had 155. Okay, so I want that, and we have one user, I will show you. Okay, we have one user, that is Casey Brown. So I want that other than Casey Brown, everyone who will just add any node will get a approval from after making the request. They should get one approval. Okay, for submitting the request. So let's just, if I add child, so needs, or we what we say should get approval for adding node other than Casey Brown, or whatever user in your case. Okay, so this is type of policy we will provide in here. Okay, so okay, so let's go to the home page and open applications, and let's find our application, that is custom application, and go to inspect. So under inspect, go to policies, and here we will create an approval policy. So I'll just click on create, and policy type as approval, and I will name it as custom entity approval other than KC Brown. Okay, so KC other than KC Brown, I want that to get the approval for the users. Okay, so after clicking on create, you can see there are three tabs. Okay, and we have one general, definition, and filters. So let's go to definition, and here we have to provide the approver also, and we have to enable it. Okay, so let me just first define the approver. I will use user 3 as the approver. Okay, and you can have many other approvers also. So first I will just enable it, and we have approval method as parallel. You can also choose a serial, which we have already discussed in our previous video. You can refer to that. Okay, and one approval per group. Okay, and total required approvals is just one for the particular case. We can also include submitter also, and allow an enrichment also. Okay, so these are just the basics. So let me just save it, and in the filters we have to give the expression. So action included, I will just selected all for now. You can also select according to your need. If I just deselected, you can select according to your need. For this particular case, I'm just selecting all. Okay, and then we have node condition. So here we will provide the node condition expression. So I'll click on the fx icon and provide the node condition expression. So let me just first remove it. And for the request object I was just talking about, we will just use it. So if, and go to object, if request, okay, you can also just drag and drop, created by, okay, and you can see the whatever the items we had in the PPT slide, all are coming, and we have other various like options as well. Okay, so created by username, let's say equals. Okay, so we are just using the equal function, so we can use the username for the KC Brown, and this is the username of it. So if request created by username equals KC Brown, okay, return the boolean as false. So when it is equal to KC Brown, so it will easily allow to we don't need any approval for that. Okay, else return boolean as true. So this is a kind of negative type of expression we are building. Okay, validation we are expression we are giving. So for KC Brown it will not work, and for other people it will trigger for approval. So let's click apply, and you can also choose many other people with the or operator and type of things. Okay, so let's apply it, and in the request type again I'm selecting all, and the properties I'm selecting all. So let's save it, and let's try the practical of it. So I'll just close it, go to views. Okay, so suppose user one, okay, suppose user one is adding, so though it is uh, other than KC Brown, so it will ask for approval. So I will just make a new request and add a child to 100, add child. Okay, so because we have provided range, so it is asking to give only between 101 to 199. Okay, so I will name it as 155. Okay, and description you can give like US region. Okay, let's submit. Okay, so you can see it is in flight mode. Let's go to our approver and approve the request. So this is user 3, you can see. So in user 3 I will just go to request and approve. Okay, so it is in flight mode. It will just take you straight away, take you to 11155. Okay, the approver can also just approve it, or just can like push back or reject if he found any discrepancy or anything. If you find anything wrong in this, you can just do accordingly. Okay, so for the timing, I'm just approving it. So approve, and you can pass the comments also. I'm leaving it for now and click OK. Okay, so we have checked for the approval other than Casey Brown. Let's check for the Casey Brown. If Casey Brown is still getting something for approval after requesting, or like it will straight away just approved, or we can submit it. Okay, so let's open Casey Brown. So this is Casey Brown, and let's make a again make a child 2100, and let's test our policy, approval policy, you can say. So I will make a new request and add 156, and it should straight away will not go for approval. It should not go in flight mode. Okay, wait a second. Make a new request, add child. Okay, and I will name it as 156, and I will submit it. Okay, so as you can see, it is not coming in, it is not throwing it to in flight mode, and we can again make a new request for the Casey Brown. And let's again go to user 3 and check for request. If for the benefit, we should not give any benefit of doubt, so go to request, and you can see we have the last request that was just closed. Okay, and for Casey Brown, we don't need any type of approval in this case. Okay, so this is a kind of video in which we have just we have used request object and expression for policies. And thank you for watching this video, and if you have any query, please visit bispsolutions.com. Thank you.